Welcome to Union County Panthers Playback. We're doing it a little different this week. We are actually up here on the field with practice. Coach Allison, Brian Allison, the head of the Union County Panthers, and the team behind me here. We are going to get together with these guys and we're going to talk about some 2A Region 8 football. Let me tell you where everything stands right now. Okay, Raven is 4-0. Union is 4-0. Monticello is 2-2. Elbert is 2-2. Banks County 2-2. Putnam County 2-2. Social Circle 1-3. Oglethorpe County 1-3. Now the recent games this past Friday night: Monticello 35, Oglethorpe 0. Union County, your Union County Panthers were 49 to Banks County 17. Raven County 45, Elbert County 14, and Putnam County 54, Social Circle 35. So we're going to get together right after these messages. I'm your host, BKB. We want to thank Domino's Pizza, Pepsi, Circuit World of Blue Ridge for our show of the Union Panthers Playback. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to have Coach Allison and some players here. We're going to talk about 2A Region 8 football.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
You're going to remember this September because the model year-end savings are huge at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save over $6,000 off new 2018 Chevy Equinox, or save over $12,500 off new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LT. Days has model year-end discounts on every Chevy, so the time to buy is now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Okay, I'm here with Chad Buzzard, number 24 over here, and Jason Codwell of the Union Panthers. Both of you guys, I want both of you to take a turn for me. Coming off a big win with Banks County, the Banks County Leopards this last Friday night, but I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys since you went down and played in the Granite Bowl, and everybody knows that's a tough place to go in and get a win. It's got an atmosphere, it's exciting, but you guys went down there and got a win in the Granite Bowl. I haven't talked to you since that. Chad, start with you. What was it like going down there and playing?
It was a different experience. It was like everything echoed around you. It felt like you were playing in a bowl, for instance. It was pretty tough because, you know, they had a lot more fans than us, obviously, but we had quite a bit of people there, and it was just a memorable experience to go down there and get a win.
Well, was it everything you'd heard about as far as the hype of going into the Granite Bowl and playing down at Elbert?
Yes, sir. Our coaches even told us Sunday we have meetings. They told us expect the hype down there. It's something you haven't seen before, and it's going to be a different experience.
Let me hear the same thing, Jackson, out of you. Jackson Codwell's with us, linebacker. Jackson, what was it like down there? Same thing. What was it like for you?
It was just a great experience, honestly. The environment was different, more than I've ever seen. They had a jail right above their field. That was kind of weird, and then just the environment, the people going crazy, but it was good. It was a good win.
All right, same thing, both of you. Talk about this win this past week. Let's talk about being 7-0 on the season and the win against Banks County this week. Talk about that one. Both of you, just take off.
We were hitting on all cylinders Friday night, offense, defense, and special teams. We went out there, we all did our job. We got the win, obviously, and it just helps us for future preferences onto the region championship and on the playoffs.
All right, talking about, go ahead, you there. Let me hear what you thought about this win this past Friday night.
Well, they run the wing T, and that's probably a bigger weakness for our defense. So we gave up 14. We probably shouldn't have even done that, but they weren't a bad team. But
you know what, you brought that up. They run the wing T. They come at you with the wing T, and they chewed up about 10 minutes of the clock in the third quarter. Yeah, elaborate a little bit about that as far as taking on a wing T and the way they chewed up the clock.
Well, in the wing T, they'd have the fullback. Their fullback's pretty good. He's good in our region, but they'd get 3 yards again, get 3 more yards, get a first down, and do it all over again until we had to stop them. So that was the hardest part of the night, is stopping the run.
Well, so let me ask you, you're going over to play Oglethorpe County Friday night. What's some of the things that you guys are practicing this week, or you're looking at in film on the offense? What their defense looks like that you've got to be prepared for?
They run a lot of what Banks ran, a lot of 4-2 and 3-2 in their box. So we're going to play fast as we did last week and just continue the momentum that we had from last week and just hope that works out.
What about you on the defensive side? What do you guys see on their offense that you guys are preparing for this week?
Same thing with Banks County. They run the wing T too. Sometimes they'll go in shotgun. They have a couple hitch plays, stretches. But besides that, same thing we saw last week.
Let me ask you this question. At a 7-0, you guys are 7-0 on the season, and what I've noticed in the past several years that I've had an opportunity to cover your team is the unity in your team, from so many of you playing all the way down from Park and Rec all the way through. So there's really not a major difference. But what is different, and start with you, Buzzard, what is different with this team this year? Offensive, defense, attitude, everything. What is different this year opposed to maybe some of the years in the past that you've been on the team?
We definitely have more people playing both ways, and I think that takes account for a lot of it, as you know, we have more time to bond with each other. We've just came together as a big group, you know, freshman to senior. We just love each other like brothers, and we're always out there for each other.
Same with you. What is different? Because you guys, one of you said earlier, I don't remember, you said hitting on all cylinders, okay? And there's several games, but you know, a high school coach, when he starts out in spring practice and he gets into the summer, he starts seeing which juniors are going to step up from the year before, and you start the first couple games non-region, but you get as far as you are here now, all cylinders is where you want to be, and you said that. So Jackson, what is it about this team this year?
Just the chemistry. We all get along. We all know what to do. We all do our roles. So I believe if our team is a family and we know what each other has to do, we'll do big things. So, and that's what we've been doing.
Well, you know, I will say this, when I've been on the sideline, been with you guys on the show, and in different situations, I'll see no attitude. So I'm going to tell you, I got a lot of respect for that, all right? You guys seem to all, hey, get together and go for the next play. What are you working on this week, Buzzard? What are you personally working on this week?
Just being able to read the holes, runs on the inside, just being able to see my lane and get through it.
What about you?
Fullback, always on the fullback, taking up blocks.
Always working on that fullback, huh?
Yes, sir.
Taking up blocks.
Yes,
okay, folks, we have been here with Chad Buzzard, running back, and Jason Codwell, linebacker. I didn't ask you, are you a senior?
Yes, sir.
And you're a senior?
Yes, sir.
2 seniors of the Union County Panthers. Thanks a lot, guys. I know you want to get home. It's fall break.
Thank you.
Good luck Friday night.
Thank you.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
You're going to remember this September because the model year-end savings are huge at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save over $6,000 off new 2018 Chevy Equinox, or save over $12,500 off new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LT. Days has model year-end discounts on every Chevy, so the time to buy is now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
I'm here with head coach of the Union Panthers, Brian Allison. Coach, first of all, let's talk about this win Friday night over Banks County. Let me ask you your reason to elect to receive the ball first. When a coach is making that decision, what was in that for you Friday night to get that ball first?
Well, I think they won the toss and
right.
they deferred.
They deferred?
So yeah, they deferred, so we received.
So you did. So they
yeah.
did. All right, I didn't know if you elected or not.
No.
That wing tee, they burn up a lot of clock on that wing tee, but you guys were able to come out fast and put a lot of points on the board and get it into halftime. And then third quarter they burned up a lot of time, like 10:33 on that.
Right, they did, and they did a really good job with it there in the third quarter. And we were a little bit concerned that would be the possibility that they would eat up a lot of clock, and we had thoughts of receiving if we had won the toss, but they made it easier for us in deferring, and so it was a good decision for us to take the ball.
So you were even thinking about receiving?
Yeah, we were thinking about it, but we probably weren't going to because we hadn't all season, so that was our round.
But a team like that playing the wing tee and could burn up the clock, it'd probably be pretty good if you could jump out real fast
right.
and get on the board.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do, and when we're able to do it, we jumped out on them pretty quick, and we're able to keep the momentum of the game and play at the speed we wanted to play. We wanted to play super fast, and fortunately we were able to do it. We got, I think the first 3 or 4 series were 3 and out on them. So we did a good job early on. I think they had 2 series of drives that resulted in a touchdown, and but I thought we played pretty good on defense against an offense that we don't see.
Team is 7-0, 4-0, sitting on top of the region, Region 2A, Region 8. With Raven 4-0 on top of the region, 7-0. The guys were talking earlier that I talked to, hitting on all cylinders. Is that a good way to describe where this team's at right now?
I don't know if we're hitting on all cylinders. I think we're hitting on several of them, but I don't know that we're hitting on all of them. We're still correcting mistakes and still trying to do some things. And we had some missed blocks on the offensive side of the ball, and we had some missed assignments and some missed tackles on the defensive side. And you know, the special teams, they faked a punt on us. I didn't like that a whole lot, so we got some corrections to make, and hopefully we will.
I know there's a whole lot of guys on this team, and they're all stepping up, but how do you feel? And I understand, I will tell you this, I said to the guys earlier, one thing that I'm very impressed with this team is the unity year after year since I've had an opportunity to watch a lot of these guys are all the way up from rec ball all the way up. Is there any difference with this team here compared to some teams in the past that you can highlight?
I don't know. It seems like it's a group that's a pretty tight-knit group, but you know, the key to this is these guys have played ball together, the majority of them, for years. So the chemistry kind of comes naturally, and that's the beauty of being in a small school and being in this school. You don't have a lot of move-ins, and the ones that we do have came in and they fit in really well. So the chemistry kind of takes care of itself with growing up together.
The guys I just talked to, they brought up unity, and nobody really has an attitude on the team.
Oh, we got some really good kids that do some really good things on the football field, and so we just got to make sure that we're all on the same page and doing the right things.
Let me talk real quick about Oglethorpe. You got to go up and play them. Your eighth game of the season, 5th in the region, this coming Friday night. Tell us a little bit of what you're going to see out of them on offense, and then also on defense Friday night.
Well, they're a very athletic football team on the offensive side. The quarterback and the 3 running backs, they're a double slot team and an option type team that have some skilled guys in the backfield. And once again, we're going to have to be able to tackle well, make sure we take care of our assignments. On the offensive side of the ball, we got to run the football a little bit better. We got to do a better job of staying on blocks, and if we're going to compete as we get on into the end of this season, we've got to be able to run the football.
How important is it that you've had an opportunity or for a coach? I'll make this my last question, because this season a lot of times you've been able in the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter to get a lot of your younger guys in and get snaps. How important is that? Knowing you got some big games ahead of you, being able to get some guys that may need to step up.
Right, and I think that's always a concern and worry. It seems like this day and age we have more injuries and have to make sure that we have more people prepared to play ball games in years past. So it's really good to get the young guys in. Our JV team has had a very successful season. I think they're 5-0 right now. So just from the JV level to getting those young guys in, to get some backups in late, has been good in some areas, and it'll just help us down the road in next year.
Coach, wish you well Friday night. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
You're going to remember this September because the model year end savings are huge at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save over $6,000 off new 2018 Chevy Equinox, or save over $12,500 off new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LT. Days has model year end discounts on every Chevy, so the time to buy is now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
I'm your host, BKP here, and it's time for Union Panthers Playback up here in Blairsville, Georgia, beautiful mountain area. No, we are not inside Circuit World. We have come out to the field because it's fall break for this team, so they only have a morning practice, so we came out to catch up with a couple players and the coach, head coach Brian Allison today. And we want to give you a quick run. We want to thank Circuit World. We want to thank Domino's Pizza and Pepsi, on all of our sponsors on Team FYN Sports. Union County was over Banks 49-17. Raven over Elbert 45-14. Putnam 54-35 Social Circle. And upcoming this Friday night, Banks County at Putnam County. Raven County will be at Social Circle, and Monticello will be at Elbert Friday night. Union's traveling over to take on Oglethorpe. Now, Union Panthers set 4-0 at the top of the region, right there with Raven, okay? So Raven and Union set 4-0 at the top of the region. Union's got a couple games before they get to Raven County, but that may be the matchup of the year. I think that's early in November. The first Friday in November will be Union County Panthers traveling over to take on Raven, and I will be there. I'm going to go over and check that game out. These will be two teams that will be going at the top spot in 2A Region 8. So I'm your host, BKP, and we're going to take off for this week. Next week we'll be back over at Circuit World. We'll get 4 players together and a couple coaches, but this week we wanted to make sure we talked to these Union Panthers. And look, they're clicking on all cylinders, but I understand the coach is probably never going to come out to the camera and tell you that they're clicking on all cylinders. There's always something to work on, but as the players are concerned, a couple impressive things with these Union Panthers is if you're ever on the sideline, you see discipline. If you're ever on the sideline, you see no attitudes. You do not see any attitudes, and these guys get along and they play football. They're here to win football games, and that is because the leader of this team, Brian Allison, when he comes out in the morning, he's here to win a football game. So I'm your host, BKP. Wish these Union Panthers well, and we'll be back over at Circuit World. Don't forget, every Monday at 10 a.m., instant replay with Dave Garner on FYNTV.com. That's instant replay with Dave Garner at FYNTV.com. Monday at 8 a.m. 6:30 on Monday night right here, Union Panther Playback. And let's see, follow us on Twitter at Team FYN Sports, Instagram at Team FYN Sports, and find our Team FYN Sports Facebook page. I'm out. Till next week.